Yo, 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 top of the morning, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with a live. Um, just chiming in with the people, man, trying to see what's going on with y'all. Um, First things first, happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody's being safe and blessed. And hopefully everybody is enjoying this beautiful weather today. You know, please make sure that if you are out and about, you just keep yourself, you know, keep yourself militant at all times. There's a wicked world going on out here, man. You know, before I get any deeper into anything, because it's just an open panel. I'm dropping this link in a minute. For those who are new here, for those who are just tuning in, please like, share, comment, and subscribe on this live. You know me. Early mornings, gotta speak up with my peoples. I'm definitely gonna finish chiming in on the last upload I did. You know, Wax Dog, salute, bro. Top of the morning, top of the morning. You know, I'm definitely gonna reiterate on the upload I did about domestic violence. Um, I'm just trying to catch myself right now because I'm still kind of a little bit, I'm still kind of hurt behind all of that because it brought back some flashbacks. Like I said, it brought back flashbacks of my mother's friend losing her life, and then I come to find out I was actually I thought he had got arrested. He never got arrested. He disappeared. But I always say when people like that get away with things, it's usually God is going to usually give them that karma back because you can't take somebody's soul and think you're just going to run forever. And if you don't get caught by justice, you're going to get caught by friends, family, or just by the law of the land. You know, again, some of you fellas, some I'm gonna say it too. Some of you ladies too, because y'all have a habit of doing certain things too. Y'all gotta stop with the domestic violence. You know, yo, whoever you are, you could get the boot. As a matter of fact, get the fuck out of here. I don't got time for no corny ass people. Straight up. If you think you coming in here to troll and I'm speaking on something serious, you could lick dick and kick rocks. Excuse me for getting like that, y'all, but we're not doing that this morning. Right now, I'm trying to stay on topic with what I'm talking about. I don't got time for no troll, no fake accounts, none of that. Anything I seen is getting booted the hell off. Don't even matter at this point. You know, it's crazy how some people wake up in the morning. That's the first thing you worrying about is telling somebody to shut up. You worried about coming in somebody's chat room to try to start something. Miss Queen Team, blessings, sis. Glad you could tune in too. Yeah, it just gave me the bad vibes only because, like I said, my mother lost her friend like that. You know, she got beat up in her apartment and left for dead, basically, and she did actually die because of all the head trauma. And the only way somebody even knew she was even in that apartment was family came to visit and smelled the weird smell. So she was already sitting there, you know. That's what kind of got me tight about this other situation I was speaking about. You men at no point should be beating up on women, period, man. It's all good. Al Familiar, blessings, sis. Grizz, salute, bro. Top of the morning to everybody tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to keep it real. And I feel like a lot of us men got to start getting back on that type of time when it comes to these beta male niggas, man. Stop letting these niggas get away with murder. Stop letting these niggas get away with beating up on these women, bro. No woman should have to lose her life and possibly lose her family because of an immature action. Point blank, period. I don't care what nobody say because I remember back in the days, even when it came down to domestic violence, it was rare you caught too many families being broken up like that as far as losing their life. You know, I always felt like this. If you're not going to be able to sustain a relationship, and if you're not going to be able to keep your hands to yourselves, y'all don't need to be with each other. I've seen a relationship where both the man and the woman was fucking beating up on each other. And I'm like, it's unacceptable. But then again, if that's the type of toxicity they like, then it is what it is. I can only speak for that. But I just feel overall, period, no man should be putting his hands on a woman, period, unless he necessarily has to defend himself. You know. Hey, royal and loyal, blessings, sis. You know, I just like I said, just that upload. I tried to really go in, but I had to catch myself. I actually ended up crying a little bit after I turned the camera off because shit just it hit different, man. When you hear shit like that and it fucking bring you back to a certain time, that shit hit different, you know. But we got to stop allowing certain things like that to happen. We as the men of the community, we got to stop allowing these punk sissy niggas to put their hands on these women, man. And vice versa, some of y'all ladies gonna have to do your due diligence too, because you have some women out there that love to play that violence game with niggas, even when niggas don't want to be on that type of time. Love shouldn't be a black eye, broken rib, bruised anything, or both of y'all being locked up for domestic violence. I'm keeping it real, man. It's just sad. It's really fucking sad that this is the society we living in now, where nobody even gives a fuck no more. Like I said in that upload, if you think anybody's going to just be in my family dealing with any women and I hear anything of the sort and I don't do nothing, you bug. I remember one of my cousins was having a little back and forth with her baby father, but they work things out. You know what it is when they young and they both trying to, they both trying to be the best parents they can be, especially while they still together. Sometimes you're going to clash, but he knew not to fucking go but so far because I didn't give a fuck. That's my baby cousin. I've been done killed you for. That's my heart right there. You know, that's kind of one of my key pieces why I'm not snapping the way I'm snapping now. You know, because I could have been on some real I don't give a fuck gorilla time, but I have moral compasses, and my cousin is one of them definitely. So she know I'll ride out for her like she'll ride out for me. Just like if I was with any of y'all and we chilling, I ain't gonna let nothing just happen. We riding out together, fuck it. I always felt like this. I don't see how some niggas can slip through the cracks. And ladies, some of y'all got to stop putting yourselves in these dangerous situations too. I'm going to say that too. Just because something always look good don't mean it's always good. And that's how some of y'all get lured into these types of relationships. You thinking, all right, this person's cool. All right, this person ain't going to do nothing to ever harm me or hurt me. And then you get slipped in like that. Yo, shout out to American Links. For everybody that's in here, if y'all not sub to each other, show each other love and sub to each other. Drop them links. Definitely. Like I said, I like trying to build around positivity to a degree. But yeah, we gotta definitely start looking at the red flags, fellas. Some of y'all be getting yourselves into relationships, and then if the girl is the one beating on you, my nigga, you know for a fact you got two options. You either gonna take it or you gonna leave. But you definitely not just gonna sit there and continue to let somebody put hands on you. And I always felt like this. I'm from that old school era. Even my grandmother said it best. Ladies were supposed to keep their hands to the ground, especially when it comes towards the men. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to your side, like the teachers would say. Keep your hands to the side, No need for you to be putting your hands up unless you really have to defend yourself. See, like I told somebody, you'll never catch me on here wilding out. You'll never catch me on here doing something I know for a fact ain't good. I try to do what I can do, Like I said, when I come on this platform, I'm going to be speaking from the heart and from the soul, but I'm also going to be trying to give you facts and also views and opinions. I'm not here and I'm not tolerating not a near troll and not a near person that if you don't agree with some of the things I say, hey, we could agree to disagree, but you're not going to disrespect me. Point blank, period. Nah, I love you too, sis. You already know the vibes. Yo, the next upload, if it's a rap one, I'm definitely on that shit. You got some good music, sis. Keep grinding and keep shining. Don't let nobody take you out of that because you know how some people try to get you out your fucking comfort zone. Somebody just tried it this morning with me on his live, but you see what he got blocked. Telling me to shut up. You might as well tell your mother or tell whoever to shut up, nigga. Fuck out of here. You don't like what I'm saying, get the fuck out the channel. That's just a public service announcement to those who need to hear it. If you don't like what I'm saying or the type of content I'm bringing, unfollow me or just don't even come in my channel, period. Because I'm not fucking catering to people that don't want to hear nothing. I'm not catering to people who don't want to try to at least get some sort of insight. Not fucking dealing with people that just want to sit here and troll all day. Straight up. And if you think that's what you're going to do up here, it's not going to happen. Like I said, you better off entertaining your mother or your grandmother at the dinner table, dead ass, because it's not going to happen. Now, back to what I was saying about this situation, it brought back vibes, you know, because my mom's friend was a beautiful woman inside and out, like I said. And it's fucked up that, you know, he got away with that shit. And he might still be out here. He probably not. Like I said, I don't know, because once people slip away and get away with situations like that, it's hard to determine where they at, if they even still going to be alive, you know. And like I said, when stuff like that does happen and it goes unsolved, it's never going to go unsolved in God's eyes, because God is going to make sure you get that fucking just dessert you deserve, especially if you took an innocent soul, you know. But again, y'all all got to start looking for the warning signs. For those who are not even in relationships, start looking for warning signs before you jump into something with somebody. And if you dealing with somebody that you know for a fact has a track record of abuse, why get with them in the first place? You know, and that's how some of them trap themselves off too. You get into a relationship with somebody after somebody done told you this person is no good, but y'all still want to test the waters and tread, and this is what happens. 27 Darren, blessings, sis. You know, glad you could tune in too. Like I said, it's crazy how some people don't peep warning signs, you know. I had to follow my inner voice. Dirty Red, salute, bro. Top of the top. I had to follow my gut instincts, like I said, because one time I was almost in a situation like that. I wasn't the one abusing nobody, because like I said, the only time I'm putting my hands on a woman, I gotta be making love to you. Other than that, not putting my hands on you. I'm not choking you, doing none of that. Not unless you into that freaky shit. But other than that, nigga, I'm not doing that, you know. But, you know, I always felt like this. Love shouldn't have to come with combat, you know. When y'all in love with each other, y'all supposed to make sure y'all both straight. Same way he riding with you, you supposed to be riding with him. Y'all not supposed to be going against each other like that, man. You know, like I said, I feel like this is another reason why we are losing a lot of men and women, because of domestic violence and domestic situations that just went left, you know. And like I said, if you already know somebody that you might be interested in has a track record of something, you might as well follow your gut instinct, you know. Ryder, man, blessings, man, top of the morning. You know, blessings to everybody who's tuning in. I didn't think I was gonna go live until Friday, because it's kind of like a iffy week for me. It's only because like I'm everywhere. I got my mind, my thoughts set everywhere. So a lot of things I want to try to bring out on these fucking platforms and shit. So, you know, I'm just trying to keep everything where I need to keep it, you know. Yeah, as y'all see, you know, I'm gonna drop that panel in a second. Hold on. I thought I dropped it already. That's in case anybody want to pop up, you know. This is an open panel, because like I said, I just want to finish reiterating on this domestic abuse, man. You know, like, why is it being so accepted? No, it shouldn't be accepted at all. I think I dropped the link. If not, I'm gonna try to drop it again. Uh, yeah, you know, like I said, it's sad, because you know you don't want to hear shit like that, because that triggers some people. Like I said, that triggers me. You know, I never understood that neither. Like, why be with somebody if you know it's going to cause you hurt and pain? You know, love is not just a feeling. Love is an experience. You know, love is supposed to be all around the board. You know, enjoyment, satisfaction, all of that. Shouldn't have to come at the cost of somebody being hurt, hospitalized, or even dying. And that's just how I feel. I always feel the men at some point, they always got to intervene. Even when they don't want the help, sometimes you still got to put your best foot forward because that could save somebody's life. You know, that could definitely save somebody's life. Like, and the crazy part about the situation with my mom's friend was her family was grieving so hard to the point where I know how the Puerto Ricans get when it's somebody when it comes to their family. They ready to ride. And when I tell you, I don't know if they ever caught this dude or not, because he was almost about to get deported. So like I said, I don't know how he managed to slip through the cracks and got away. But like I said, there's certain things that if you do, if justice system don't get you, God gonna get you, because you just took an innocent soul for what? And then you gotta live with that too. At the end of the day, don't think that shit don't fucking hurt you, or that shit don't fucking make you feel a type of way. And if you don't feel a type of way, that means you was already trained not to have fucking love and compassion for nobody but yourself. And even then, what you gonna do when you sit in that big ass cell and you gotta fucking fight day in and day out just because of something you could have avoided? You know, some of y'all gotta really start doing better, man. Seriously. I always felt like this. Once a couple is together, they supposed to be strong on all fronts. You want to have outside interference, even the devil trying to fucking, you know, pull your coattails and shit, but you're not supposed to allow it to happen. I just, my fault, y'all. I got to roll this blunt up. Enjoying this nice view, this nice weather today. I'm still somewhat learning about this StreamYard shit, but it's a process. Everything in life is a process. Even when it comes down to that relationship, it's a process. But don't put yourself in a situation where you could possibly lose your life. You know, if anything, you're supposed to have love in life. You're supposed to enjoy life, and live life to the fullest. Period. Nobody's supposed to be able to stop your shine. You know, and Alpha, on some real shit. You know where I'm going with this too. Like I feel like on both ends. Like I said, I lost a family friend, and this was a good dude, but his wife was just crazy. But he was too blinded by love. And see, that's the thing. Sometimes we can't be blinded by love. Even if everything might seem good, sometimes you gotta have that third eye open, because it could always be a situation to where it can turn sour. You know. But I always felt like this. There should be no reason why anybody is losing their lives to the people that claim they love them. And again, to those who know their friends are going through domestic violence and abuse, and y'all not intervening, y'all just as fucking phony, and you just as culpable of the crime as the person was that did the act. It's just like I was telling somebody, it, we know sometimes we're going to have those ones who don't want the help. You got some that'll even go far and try to defend the person that's whooping on them just because they don't want the other people around them to get in trouble. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't come to that fucking course. And it shouldn't have to come to that point at all. There should be no hands putting on nobody. Like I said, unless y'all making love, it should be no reason why y'all fighting. We know for a fact men are just going to be physically stronger than women. We know that shit. And I'm not trying to make this a sexist thing or nothing, but it's just I've seen this, and it's just overall statistics. You know, we more liable to hurt a girl than a girl is liable to hurt us, unless she got strap on her or something. Shit, you know. But we got to stop going to that, man. We got to stop thinking that violence is always going to be the situation, even in relationships. You know. Like I told somebody, it's sad because we lose so many men and women behind this shit, and we not really taking a vocal stand on it. I can't condone and be around anybody if I know you beating up on women. That's just me. Hey, Tay, blessings, sis. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Like I said, I was built different, born different, raised different. You know, the one thing I could say, I was raised around a bunch of queens, my mother and my grandmother. My father might not have been as active, but I still had how you say it, fatherly figures and everybody else around me that knew me. So I think that's where I got my mental balance from, you know, because trust me, I used to be out here wilding. And when I say wilding, I used to be just, didn't matter. If I was on one, nigga, you was in trouble. I was one of those, do it first, ask questions later, you know, but I learned at a young age, it can't always be that way, you know, so you gotta definitely just have a balance all in all, you know. D Truth, salute, bro. Top of the morning, top of the morning. Yeah, you know, um, you just gotta make sure that when you are, you know, surveying the dating scene, you making sure that you 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 vetting in the right people, basically. You vetting in the right people that you need to around you. Like I said, even if it don't go but so far, it doesn't matter what type of time you dealing with somebody on, right? Doesn't matter if y'all friends with benefits. Doesn't matter if y'all boyfriend, girlfriend, married, or y'all dating and seeing each other. At no point should it get physical at all. You know, it shouldn't get physical at all. You know, and I've always felt like that. That's childish, and that's also just immature to, oh, I'm gonna beat my woman every day so she know I love her, or I'm gonna beat my man every day till he know I'm his queen. Like that shouldn't have to happen. If I'm with you, I'm with you. Just know I'm not putting hands on you. You know, I always felt like that. That's corny sucker shit anyway. To just have any type of abuse going on. Period. You know, like I said, we know we have some people that just love that toxicity, and that's just that's how they relationship rolls, and that's how they relationship stays strong. But not everybody thinks on that type of level. You know. Again, if anybody want to chime in, I think I dropped the link. So, like I said, I'm gonna probably be up for a while. I was off last night. I was going to try to go live last night, but the weed finally got to me and sent my ass to sleep. So I'm up this morning. I'm just chopping it up with the people because at the end of the day, this is something that's always going to be talked about. Domestic violence should never happen. This is a worldwide situation, you know. And I feel city to city, state to state, you know, some of y'all men are going to have to intervene even when you don't want to, you know, because that could be anybody in your family. Fellas, you think you're gonna allow any outside person to come in and start putting hands and feet on the women in your family? I doubt that. You know, and that's how it was back then. It wasn't no you just coming into my family circle and you causing fucking ruckus. We're not doing that, you know. So I just like I said, it's a worldwide situation, you know. So at the end of the day, some of y'all fellas are gonna have to really step up to the plate. As much as y'all don't want to, you're gonna have to. You know, because love should not cost a thing. If anything, love is supposed to be growing. It's supposed to be expanded. It's not supposed to be stifled, and it's not supposed to be, I gotta do this just to prove I love you. Shouldn't have to go that way at all. Again, blessings and salutes to everybody who just tuning in. Divide and conquer. Blessings. Hey, Mandy, top of the morning. Hold on, D Truth, I got you. Yo, D Truth, top of the morning, bro.
Top of the morning to you, Nate the Great. Yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna say that how some people feel like they got to be loved by the best of valor. That's what they used to.
Yeah.
And once they get out of that relationship, and like we talked about on my show, they hop right back in the same situation that they try to get out of. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Cause love don't force to hurt, no matter who it is. Man don't force to put the hand on a woman. Woman don't force to put the hand on a man.
That's a whole fact. You know, and
And
I've always believed that.
yeah, and I want to stress this to some of the females, some of the women that are gonna be looking at this live and that's in the chat. If a man says leave him alone and walks away from him, don't walk up behind him. Please don't.
Yeah, don't they see? You just beat me to the punch because this is why I said sometimes. Oh shit! My bad, y'all.
That
Fire.
good shit. That
Yeah,
good shit.
every morning good shit. Nah, but I've always felt nah, but I've always felt that way, bro. I've always felt like that because, like I said, I just got an old school way of thinking. Like no man nor no woman should be putting no hands on each other. And nowadays, mostly every state now they not playing. It don't matter who
Uh-uh.
doing what. You both going to fucking jail. And for what?
Oh yeah.
And if there's kids involved, guess what? Now your kids either got to be with family for the night or for the couple days, depending on what state you're in. Because sometimes they might keep you in that damn county jail more than fucking 3 days. So now you
You're right.
basically wasting part of your family time because you locked up for some dumb shit.
And then on top of that, I like watching George Leon Carlos. She got this saying, the stupid tax. That's a stupid tax. Cause now your family got to bond you out. And guess
Yeah,
what that takes? Guess what that take away? You taking food out of your kids' mouth. You got it in the kids.
nah, that's a whole fact. You know, that's why I said it shouldn't have to come at no expenses. You know, it's just fucking sad because, like I said, that right there hit close to home because I heard about that and I found out that news. I didn't even find out the day when I ended the live. I found that shit out like 2 days later that a friend had passed away from that. You know, but
Yeah,
it kind of gave me flashbacks of when my mom's friend died. You know, because they still never found the fucking husband, and that's why I said no fucking relationship should have to. It should be no violence in it at all. Like, and if it's going to be violence, y'all might as well just go y'all separate ways and keep it pushing. That's it.
you're right.
Don't need for me
And,
to be beating up on you or you trying to beat up on you. Like, where are we getting? That's not helping us build. That's not helping us grow, and that's not helping us move forward in life.
you're right. And I witnessed that myself with my mom and my sister. And good thing I was there. And my mom went to a party, and her ex boyfriend was there. And they went outside. They were arguing. Went outside. I went outside with her. All it took that one time for him to hit her. Guess what? I whooped his goddamn ass. He was bigger than I was. I whooped his damn ass. Know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
so as a man and a woman, treat people as you want them to be treated. Know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yeah, because you can't fucking sit there and expect. You can't expect love to blossom and grow and be something spectacular if you both have either insecurities or if you both just have that niche to want to fucking put hands and feet up. Like, man, listen, as many women that I've been with, like I said, I never put my hands on none of them. If I ain't making love to you, I'm not putting my hands on. If I ain't rubbing your body with some lotion or something like that, I'm not putting my hands on. There's no need for me to do that. If I'm gonna put my hands on anything, I'm gonna put my hands in these books. I'm gonna put my hands on a punching bag, a wall, whatever. Even if I felt I was getting aggressive, I go the fuck outside. You see what I'm doing right now? Smoking. Fucking stress reliever right there. But you right about that. Some women got to stop doing that. When a man tell you to leave him alone, let him go on about his business, especially if he's walking away. But see, you know what it
Yeah,
is
that's
sometimes because the women be so passionate too. Like, and it's almost vice versa because you got some dudes that do that same shit. Girl done told you to leave her alone, man. Y'all still want to go behind it. Like, no. Sometimes it's good for y'all to walk away from each other and just get that space and that breather that you need. Because if you got an angry mind, you're not gonna be able to think straight. You know, and that's the sad part. When you have a cluttered mind, you're not in the best thinking spaces. You know, that's why I didn't know if I was even going to do this live or not. Because, like I said, my mind is everywhere. But this is one of the topics that's definitely like a home hitter because it's a worldwide situation that's going on, and this need to be fucking spread out worldwide. Like, gotta stop doing certain shit.
yeah.
Hold up, Roddy.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
right. Cause
hit the word on the nail right there, man. Exactly. Exactly. Not every man gonna be quick to want to put their hands on you, but you're gonna have those who are, oh, you really tested me. Okay. That's why I said it gotta be a two-way respect. Like if I know for a fact you mad at me, I'm gonna just let you breathe and get your ear, you know? Not gonna try to keep on pursuing the situation and adding on to the situation because it doesn't fucking help. You know, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, yeah. Like back in the day, in domestic violence happened. It don't matter if the woman started it, the man went straight to jail.
Yeah.
Even if the one was an aggressor. But nowadays, both of y'all going. So what?
Yeah,
Who
because
winning?
you know what it is. A lot of these states are starting to see too. That sometimes, like I told somebody, even though it's rare that you'll hear a man getting physically abused in a relationship, it happens because you got some men who are just not confrontational like that. And my thing
Yeah,
is, if you know for a fact you met a man that you know he's not really a confrontational person, and he ain't gonna be, he's gonna defend you, but he's not gonna be on some super rah rah shit. Don't put him in no situation the way he gotta fucking defend both of y'all now. Because I done seen some women put their men in situations, movie theaters, all that. Now niggas is fighting over what? Like y'all got to stop doing certain things too. It's you know, you got to fucking have some sort of common sense. Like I'm not gonna sit here and put my lady in a dangerous situation where now I might either have to help her fight or we probably gonna possibly have to run. You know, but like I said, it's just maybe I think different. You know, awesome powers, blessings, sis. Yo, really
yeah,
salute, man. Salute to everybody chiming and tuning in, yo.
yeah. Like me, I had a one female. Like I said on on our show we had Friday, right? There's
Yeah,
some that the physical abuse will heal up. It's the mental abuse that will not heal up unless you
yeah,
get counseling and talk to somebody. That's go for a man or a woman.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It might trigger something. That's why you have all these fatal attractions. These men can't let go of the female, or the female can't let go of the male. And it's a if I can't have her or I can't have him, nobody else gonna have him.
yeah. But see, and that's the bond thinking that they gotta get out of. See, that's why I always said, if you was in a relationship and whether it was good, bad, or even if it didn't end on bad terms, like see, I had a relationship where it didn't end on bad terms, but it only got on bad terms because you had one or two outside people trying to feed negative fuel in there when it wasn't no negative fuel to begin with. You know. But all in all, I never leave off on no bad notes. Nobody. I'll always learn for every person you might have some sort of contact with. You know, it's also a life lesson. You know, so you know what you want in life, and we know it's not going to be easy to find that perfect person for you. But while you out here doing what you gotta do, the main thing you should remember is I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to be going to jail or possibly losing my life. And I just want to have a happy background, a home set. That's it. Hey Eve, blessings, blessings, sis. Glad you could tune in. Don't worry, I'm still coming in the church service this afternoon with my fucking cleats on.
Hey,
Coming to
hey,
church.
Nate. You know what I had asked? I know what I asked. I said, do I still got to sit in the front row? Am I the assistant pastor, the deacon, or do I have to sit in the front row?
Hold on, hold on. Who that? My man Wax. Hold on, bro. I got you. Wait, nah, hold
Yeah,
on.
it's a lot of things that we as a whole, I ain't just talking about our community. Everybody got to do. We got to do our part. We got to love one another. That's the bottom line. If
Yo,
you don't love
Wax.
them, you don't want to be with them.
Yeah.
Got to get on somewhere.
Hey, blessings, sis. Yo, Wax. Is that fucking Knowledge Born using your shit? Because I went to go click on your shit and it said Knowledge Reborn 2.0. I'm not letting nobody up here don't need to be up here, bro, because this is not the fucking time for nothing. I'm really not playing. Oh, I ain't doing much, sis. I'm just kind of reiterating on kind of reiterating on the upload I did about domestic violence and shit. You know, it's just we all gotta definitely do our parts. And at the end of the day, you know, when somebody say they mad, just like you said, sometimes you just gotta keep it pushing. Like, look, let me keep it moving. Let me go get my space and my breathing time. You know, because I don't want to say or do the wrong thing. You know, that should be the main thing. You should never want to feel that type of fucking pain anyway. Like, especially if you love each other. Sometimes y'all gonna have to be away from each other. You know, it's just like Eve was saying that day. You know, sometimes you're not gonna be able to keep things connected if y'all up under each other 24/7. It's got to be a balance in life. There's always got to be some sort of space. Squad, shout outs. You know the Vibes podcast. You already know. And like I said, it's just it's a process. You know, yo, Wax. I really don't know if that's you. You gotta let me know if that's you, bro. If you popping up, just let me know because when I clicked on it, it said I'm not doing this shit. I don't know what you internet niggas is doing. I'm not for it. So I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Not for it. If you think you coming in here, you trying to porn bomb, you trying to do whatever it is you doing, you trying to fucking cause confusion, go eat a glizzy on the next parkway. You're not doing. Nah, you're not doing that
I
today,
think they
bro.
what they're trying to do.
Nah, because the way my mind is set right now, and the way my fucking spirit is set right now, you know, I'm not for it, bro. I'll be the type of person to really pop up on your ass, nigga. Like, and I really don't want to go there. Like, then that's the thing. Like I said, not gonna catch you on it. You might catch me joking, chiming it up with the people and all that, but I'm not doing that. Yeah, we not doing that. Let me see again. I had to be sure. Yo, Wax,
What up, Nate?
what's good, bro? Now I had to be sure because when I clicked on your thing the last time, this nigga.
Yeah, I switched my name one time trying to troll Grizz, and he ain't let me up. And I was gonna pretend to be Knowledge Born, but I forgot to change my name back.
Oh shit, you fucking yo. I'm like,
He
nah, we
never
not
dropped off
doing this
again.
shit, man. Nah, we not doing this. Nah, you already know, sis. I don't care who it is. We not doing that. Like, I came up here, you know. Oh shit, hold on. I came up here because we not playing that. You know, I really want to speak to the people because I want everybody's fucking view and opinion on that. You know, I ain't got time for these niggas trying to get content by coming on here doing fuck shit.
Yeah, you're right. This is a serious discussion that needs to be talked about.
Yeah, hold on, yo, Willis.
What's up, Wack?
Realist. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The truth.
This is
What up?
just a reiteration of my upload about domestic violence and friends and loyalty too, man. Because if y'all supposed to be friends with somebody, you know, come on. I'm not gonna sit here and watch my friend get her ass beat or possibly watch my boy get his ass beat. Nah, if sometimes I gotta intervene, I'm intervening like, yo, y'all bugging. Like, y'all forgot, nigga, cops will take both of y'all in. Y'all both wanna go to jail today? Sometimes you gotta be the middle ground sometimes.
Yo,
And
Nate,
nothing.
are you the type to take a slap in the face and walk off?
Wax, I done did that a couple times. I done did that a couple
See,
times. I took the slap and kept it pushing, but then they knew not to follow me neither because that face said it all. Like, oh, this nigga about to go off. I think I did something wrong. Yeah, let me go off because I'm going by what my mom's taught me and what my grandmother, all the queens that been around me taught me. No matter what, don't unless you have to necessarily do it, don't do it.
You're right, Nate. Because it happened to me. One of my exes slapped, hit, and pushed down to the ground. I let him do all of that, and I walked off from him because I knew what I was capable of doing at that time, in that emotional time, with that drilling rush. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes you got to walk
well,
away.
I ain't gonna hold you. Me and wifey had a slap off back in the days. Like, you know, we together. We listen. We together to this day. That's my wife. Like, you know what I mean. But my son, 18. He just turned 18. And mind you, this slap off was when he was in my arm. I mean, he was like maybe 2 months. And I don't know what I said. Mind you, nobody never hit me before. You know what I'm saying? The only person that ever hit me was my pops and my mother. Really, my pops. So I'm not used to that at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I beat
Yeah.
dudes up. I ain't with the women shit. And I said something, and she slapped the shit out of me. And instinct, I mean, before she could retract her hand, she was slapped. You know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah.
slapped me again. I slapped. It's like automatic. Bye bye. And then it's like the last slap. She slapped me again. I slapped the back, and that was it. Like she stopped, started
Yeah.
crying. You know what I'm saying? I felt bad, but it's like you slapped the shit out of me. Like I said, since then she ain't never slapped me. I ain't never slapped her. We never, and I felt bad for it, but it was a reaction. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with the women, the violence. I don't hit women, but I'm just not used to getting hit. It ain't no slapping. Then oh shit, hold my face. I'm not one of those. So it's like I'm not gonna hit you, and I'm not gonna pursue you and beat you up. I never punched the chick or body slam one, but we went slap for slap. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, you know what, Wack? Look, you see what you just said there? Y'all, you felt bad, and then from there, y'all both didn't do it no more because at the end of the day, it was a reaction, and it was a reaction that if it had just been avoided, it wouldn't have happened. But sometimes we gonna have actions like, look, I done got slapped. I got slapped once or twice by an ex-girlfriend. One first thing, the first things first, I already knew it was gonna come because it was something that was said out of context. But me being me, like I told somebody, I'm not gonna be holding my tongue for nothing, nigga. I joke, I do me. I can care less. How you feel? You know, if you don't like me, don't be around me because I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm a hood nigga, but I got fucking smarts, and I'm trying to, I'm trying to just figure out what's what in life. But we not gonna be sitting there back and forth with it. Like she slapped me, I walked away. And
Right.
even after everything was said and done, once she found out the truth and found out it was all just whatever shit that these niggas was trying to incorporate, she felt bad. But then I'm like, you already did what you did. So I said I could retaliate and slap you back. But then I had my mom's looking at me weird. I don't need my mom looking at me from the sky talking about this ain't the son I raised. So I always keep my moral balance, man. So like I said, that's why it shouldn't have to come to that point neither. You know,
Yeah.
it
That
doesn't
was
matter.
18. That was 18 years ago though, but it still happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, but see, look, that was a learning curve for both of y'all. Y'all both realized that it shouldn't not even went that far. Especially, look, y'all still together. Y'all love each other. Like it happens though, bro. Like we ain't all perfect, but like I said, the one thing I never did in any relationship I've been, I never really had a fight.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't have a bunch of relationships like that. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with chicks and having a relationship is two different things. So I ain't really have relationships to where it was no domestic type situations. You know what I'm saying? So the first relationship I had was the one I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not used to living with a person or giving a fuck about a person's feelings or what they say. You know what I'm saying? Most times you can say fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But when you're married to somebody, you can't do that shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta work out shit and deal with shit. Like she told me when she slapped me, she thought she watched so many TV shows of women slapping men. She thought on TV she was supposed to slap me and I was supposed to walk away. I said, yo, that's on TV, yo. You know what I'm saying? Your best
Yeah,
bet is you shouldn't have slapped nobody to begin with. I got 6 sisters and a mother that's still living. Anybody ever touch one of them, they gone. You understand? So I understand. You know what I'm saying? How that you slap the wrong person's sister or niece, that might be the last person you ever slap. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I ain't too quick to try to put my hands on nobody's family member. You know what I mean?
You know what it is with me though, bro? My thing was I was never really I was never really taught that. And even not to be funny, because even if I was on that type of time, a nigga like me know how to handle his own, and I ain't worried about consequences or repercussions if I stood on what I stood on. But I'm not on that type of time. Some niggas try to defend that. You can't defend that. No man at any time, especially if you know for a fact this woman is not on that type of time. That don't give you no excuse or no nothing to beat up on. I done been with women
Right.
who have had bad past relationships. I done been with women who, just learning certain shit, just getting hip to the game, et cetera, et cetera. But I never, not once, didn't matter. No matter what level I dealt with you on, I ain't never had to put my hands on you. And it's not even about the whole, I already know that the dynamics of family and everything else. It's just, I'm not going to do that because for me to be raised around most of the women anyway, I was the man of the house. So I wasn't letting shit go down in that house neither. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Simple wasn't letting that shit go down like that. You know, so
yeah,
anytime I
you're
know
right.
I gotta fucking go to war, I go to war. Don't matter. I'm not gonna fucking harm my family or the women in my family or anybody that I consider good people.
Yeah, another thing you gotta watch out is the domestic violence. Everybody think domestic violence is all about hitting. Is you got to watch what you say
Mhm.
to each other, and especially if you got family members, whatever your daughters, sons, you got to watch how they act. If they start acting different and they in a relationship, see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That that's the deepest part right there, the mental part. Especially say your family be a guy or girl, you used to see them, used to talk to them. They also the calls stop coming in like they used to. They stop coming around like they used to.
yeah,
You gotta get to the bottom of it.
yeah. You know, that's why I said you should never have to. Love shouldn't cost nothing. If anything, love is supposed to keep expanding. It's supposed to keep growing. Love is like an investment, nigga. It's like an investment. You putting in your money into this fucking to this situation. Now you trying to see it grow. You ain't trying to see your money fucking deflate or go bankrupt. You know, Armando Black, salute, bro. Top of the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't care how much love a motherfucker got for a person or feel like they got for a person. Once a motherfucker beating your ass, the love is over. You need to keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? All
that's a
that
whole
beating
fact.
each other, kissing and fighting and making up and all that shit could get dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I have my daughter's mother's like that. Like I never hit her or nothing, but she wanted me to hit her. You know what I'm saying? You could tell whatever this she dealt with before me, that's the type of time she was on with people, and I ain't on her like that. She would try to, grab the collars of my shirts and try to get physical. You know what I'm saying? So the most I used to do was grab her arms off of me. One time, my pops caught her doing it. Like my daughter was just born, and I basically told her to get out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my daughter and shit, go home. And she didn't like that and started grabbing my shirt, ripping my shirt. My pops walked in to see the shit and kicked her out. One thing went to another. Like I said, I wound up getting custody of my daughter all that after the fact. But I mean, she was one of them baby moms that really wanted to be physical and felt like fighting and all that somehow
Yeah,
equaled up to love. You know what I'm saying? So some
yeah.
people mentalities be on it like that.
Yeah, that
Yo, you know
was
what's crazy? And it's rare. Yo, Eve said it, but I'm gonna be honest with you, sis. It's rare. You're gonna have some women that really like that. Like my cousin was with somebody recently like that. It's like she wanted that nigga to be the aggressor so badly, but how could you get mad when a nigga working, he doing what he gotta do? Yes, he's also defending you in case certain shit is going on. He gonna fucking go to bat for you, but he's not gonna put his hands on you. Like, what the fuck did you expect? You got a good man. Like, whatever situations you was in before, don't bring it into your present situation. That's why I said what I said. You know, you can't do that. If you was used to being abused, you need to take time to yourself, go get some sort of help, pray, meditate, do whatever you gotta do, get yourself right. You know, and then when you ready to move on to another situation, you move on to another situation. But you gotta know for a fact, okay, I just was in this situation, I don't want this. I'm gonna make sure the next person I'm with, they not on that type of time, and vice versa.
and
If y'all start hearing some music in the background out of nowhere, my bad. They about to start their little chai cheese shit over here. Ooh.
Yeah. If this shit don't work out for me though, like for whatever reason, if this don't work out, which it works. If I'm saying it, worst case scenario, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? This is the last relationship I will ever be in. So if for whatever reasons this shit break down or me and wifey separate, ain't no more wife. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more serious relationships for me.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Even though I kind of feel you, even though I feel where you coming from, I was just say in my best way I could say it. You gotta wish certain good things into existence. I believe. Look, it seems like you and wifey definitely got it intact. You know, and that's strong right there. Like it's rare you see strong love like that anyway. So y'all,
Yeah, me and
everybody's
wifey
gonna
got
have
20
their little
years
ups
in. You
and
know what I'm
downs
saying?
and bumps in their relationship.
communication. Communication.
Communicate
That's all it
exactly.
needs.
You got to be able to communicate with each other because at the end of the day, I'm not going to always be able to read your mind and vice versa. You know. But I think y'all gonna man, listen, Wax. I think y'all gonna fucking go from here to Zamunda, bro. And
Oh
that
yeah,
shit
yeah,
we
that shit
stand
ain't
on,
going
son.
nowhere. Like I said, I chose wifey. Like I said, like I ain't never jumped into no relationship. I had kids and all of that before I got married, and no, those kids didn't come from relationships. You understand? So I chose wifey to be with wifey. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. I ain't gonna say our shit perfect, but it ain't can't really get. I could say it almost perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like we argue. Really, we don't argue. You know what I'm saying? If we argue, it's about dumb shit, like goofy shit. Like we don't argue about. Like I'm the type. I ain't gonna never argue about no bread. Like what people problems be money. You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't money and I ain't beating your ass, there ain't no issue. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, if you ain't cheating on me, I ain't, you know what I mean? Like there's certain things, if you ain't cheating on me and we ain't beefing all the time over no bread, I don't see no reason for relationships not to work. But like I said, me and wifey ain't never had no issues. You know what I'm saying? We've been together 20 years, probably gonna be together 20 more. You know what I'm saying? To death do us
Yeah,
part. Like, and at the end of the day, I know a lot of people, a lot of like wifey been my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and if you with a chick or female or wife or whatever, and if that's not your best friend, that's probably not the person you're supposed to be with.
yeah. I always believe that too. Sometimes you don't always, you even if you think you got somebody and you think they might be that perfect one, sometimes they might not be, and sometimes gotta put that right person in your place. Like I'm a big firm believer in the higher power doing certain things, man. And I don't, I just think different, and I've always felt like this. Once you connect with somebody on that strong level where nobody can get involved in it, you good. You going from here to the stars, and that's it. Yo, Hood TMZ, salute. Jay Quill, salute. Salute to everybody who just tuned in, right?
And then
Or
another thing, the people
Pop
got it.
Pop Dukes Pop Dukes try to shoot my shit down. Like, you know, I never brought a female home before. Like
Yeah,
my wife that I'm with now is the only person I ever brought to my house. And my pops, I introduced her to my mom straight up, said I'm getting married. They never met her before. So I introduced her saying I'm getting married. My pop shot her down instantly. What you talking about? You don't know what you're doing, blah blah. I told him, yo, mind your business. I ain't talking to you. That's the first time I ever spoke back to my pops. You know what I'm saying?
oh shit.
And we've been together 20 years since. So it's like, he tried to shoot it down because they know me. They figure like, they see me run through a lot of chicks and see I'm not. But once I made my mind up, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? And we 4 kids in and all that. So
That's what's up. Blessings and all of that, man. Listen, man. I mean, I respect that. Sometimes, even when you gotta go against a parent, it's not necessarily going against them, but you defending what you want. Like, look, this is
right,
who I'm with. Like, whether you just met him today or if I try to introduce you before, this is who I'm with. This is who I'm choosing. You know, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No matter what I've been through, if I know this is what I want, this is what I want.
right. They treat
Yeah,
her like
and
a daughter
sometimes
and
you have
everything
to.
now. They got their own relationship. You know what I'm saying? They good. Like they treat her like family, and her family treat us like family. One thing, but I'm saying at that time, what I mean, if I would have listened to that, you know what I'm saying, and went to
Yeah,
what they were saying, my shit would be fucked up, and I would have them to blame.
yeah. That's why I said sometimes, like I said, when you become, once you know your parents done instill certain things in you, even if they try to shoot it down, at some point now, I remember you told me to stick up for myself. No, this is who I want to be with. I don't care what you say.
Facts. Like my
Nah,
parents
but
still together. You know what I'm saying?
mm. See, that's what's
So
up. See,
I,
that's another thing.
I grew up seeing one man, one woman, the kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. My grandparents was together till they passed. So it's like that's traditional shit is what I came up under. So I'm with my wife, my kids, raising my kid, my crib, my all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as you're supposed to do, man. Listen, you're doing what most of the men are supposed to be doing right now, man. Like, no matter what the situation is. But like I said, at the end of the day, look, you only had y'all one little situation, and that's it. Other than that, and that's how it should be. Like every relationship is gonna have that one little moment, but it could be either a reaction or it could just be, what, it was meant to happen as a learning curve. Like I said, sometimes I always felt like if you're gonna be sitting there and y'all abusing each other and then y'all comfortable with that shit,
that, I don't know how y'all allow that to even make a relationship sustain, but I've seen some people and I say, listen, like, come on, man. Like, I don't see how y'all love each other and y'all fighting and arguing. But then again, sometimes the liquor play a role in it, depending on what they doing. Because I done seen some couples, they done been on that white stuff and then, man, listen, they done turned wicked. You be like,
Right.
yo, what the hell? Y'all just was calm, cool, collected 20 minutes ago. What the fuck just happened that quick?
Yeah, and sometimes you gotta watch when you do it, especially for the kids. Oh, the kids don't know. Oh, the kids know more than you think they do.
Yeah.
Right. I seen my parents get into it like that, and my pops used to be on dope. I mean, so I remember we moved from Brooklyn to Queens. My pops had one of his episodes and smashed out every house, every window from the front. Then he went around to the back and bashed out every window, put a center block through the big screen TV. That's how he give it up. So we had to move back to Brooklyn until they reconstructed the crib. Like, so I was probably about 7 or 8, but I still remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? And amongst other things. So yeah, that shit do play effect on the kids. That's it. You know what I mean? That's watching shit take place. I done seen a nigga chase Mom Dukes around the crib, swinging the iron. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit, nigga. I got 1,000 stories. You know, so for me to be the opposite of that, like I'd never laid a hand on my kids, none of them ever in life. Once. I don't have to touch my kids. When I talk, they listen. They cry when I talk, when I raise my voice. So I'm good with that. I ain't never had to touch them. You know what I'm saying? My pops used to get the electric cord out for me, or the vacuum and just hold a vacuum with the vacuum cord or shit like that. So I went through a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So I know what not to do.
yeah. See, like I wasn't in that situation because it was mostly Mom Dukes that had me. My pops was on the stuff heavy. Man, he rest in peace too. You know, at the end of the day, I still gotta have that respect and love because that is my father. You know, but it is what it is. But see, the one thing I never did was like I never got heavy on the drugs. Like, see, the drug of choice is just like, all right, I got hooked to the weed. That's it.
Right,
I
right.
might stick
I,
my yak can in, but everything else I'm not doing. And see, and that's the thing. You know, it was certain things. My father might not have been around like that, but when he was around to a degree, he was on his chill shit. You know, and it was certain things that he did that I can't do. Like I said, I got both of my parents. I got different parts and aspects from my parents. Like when it comes to shit like this and speaking on real shit and standing on real shit, I got that from Mom Dukes, but I also got that from my pops because my pops wasn't no slouch neither. He wasn't tolerating but too much neither. No matter
right,
what the fuck he was doing, he was trying to do exactly what he needed to do. And like I said, I had just met my other brother. I didn't even know I had another brother on that side until recently. You know, like I said, I got my younger brother from my mom's side, and I definitely ride out for him. Like I know he'll ride out too. So it's nothing. But I just, like I told somebody, it's all about the upbringing sometimes. Yeah, we know that. We know it's about the upbringing. We know it's about where you've been at before, situation wise. But it's mostly what you learn from it and how you move forward and know to avoid certain red flags. That's it. Like I said, and Eve did bring up something good. A lot of them don't be in love; they be in lust of each other. That's it. But if you love somebody, you know for a fact you're not supposed to hurt them in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, like when I do lives like this or I chime in on certain topics, I like to fucking get people's views and opinions. So I said, like the same way I drop on y'all panels and drop my little whatever, y'all more than welcome, huh? Like, shoot, that's why I said it's topics that we need to be talking about.
yeah. Like
Yeah, you right about that.
I wasn't in for no fame live this morning because I didn't go to. I took today off because wifey off. You know what I'm saying? She ain't take off in a month. So when I found out she was off today, I took off. So I slept late, so I missed the live or whatever. But I mean, this is the only time I get to spend time with her because she always working. So I figured let me take a day off and we chill together or whatever.
Nah, man, that's respect though, man. Listen, man, I was like I told anybody if they wanted to hit the panel, it didn't matter. But I was trying to make sure it was. I'm like, why the fuck they say knowledge reborn? Like, hold up, I'm not doing this. I see a porn bomb or some other shit is over. I'm really gonna take that personal. I'm gonna take that shit personal. Nah, Eve, because like I told you, like I said in the beginning, I'm only bringing real shit that need to be spoken about, man. Like everything else is irrelevant right now, man. Like when I was talking about building credit, like I was serious about that, even though I'm still getting knowledge on certain shit. You know, at some point, you got to be able to make your credit work for you. You don't know what the fuck is going on right now in this wicked world and shit. You want to at least be sustainable for whatever. That's much love.
You know what
Appreciate it.
the shit that be killing me sometimes. You ever see like on these online, you'll see like a female getting beat up or fighting, scrapping with a dude, and then you'll see dudes around recording it and that type of shit.
Yeah, that's the shit that pissed me off. That's why I said it's this
Right.
internet era because everything is being recorded instead of like, nah, we ain't letting this happen. Like I said, the fucking clout, this internet clout shit, it's a drug for everybody. Like, and I hate that because you got some people that lose their lives on camera because motherfuckers ain't want to stop recording and start trying to help or intervene. We done lost so many fucking people because of that shit. Look at Eric Garner and all these other ones. Instead of y'all recording, y'all don't want to intervene. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. I don't see how shit times change because back in the days that wouldn't have never happened. A nigga would have snuffed the cop ASAP, yo, right in the mouth.
Exactly.
You got your knee on my man neck. I'm going straight in your mouth, yo. We all going to jail. Shit different now.
Yeah, because back in the day, you had people that was really fighting as far as like, look, we already going through enough in our community. The one thing we not going to tolerate is us fucking getting killed behind the bullshit, especially when it's
Right.
politics involved. So now, like at some point, like I told somebody, if I know right now, if I see somebody, even if they ain't getting harmed by, that's just like if I see somebody right now, he or she could be having a fucking seizure, some shit like that. I'm gonna try to help them the best way I can. Not trying to see somebody lose their life in front of me.
Yeah, I had this. I was coming to work one day. I was sitting out there. A guy was mouthing off to a girl because of the B's and H and all the other stuff. I said, hey, man, you don't talk to a woman like that, especially a black queen. You don't talk to her like that. I said, I asked him, do you got daughters? He said, yeah. I said, would you want a man talk to your daughter just like you just talk to her? He said, no. Why you talking to her like that?
Hey,
He said,
that's what I'm saying.
he said, I thought about it, like, you're right, man. Like, okay, don't let me come back out here and see you talk to another woman like that. It's gonna be some problem next time. There ain't gonna be no talking.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's different from back in the day to now. Like even like I'm an '80s baby, so even back in the day, like I said, most of the men I had around me, they knew what my background was, and they just was mostly trying to see where I was going to come from there. And I just had one of them, like I said, he's not my blood uncle, but our families knew each other and was tight with each other since Bed-Stuy. So, once they found out they were living in the same building together, it was like they still always kept contact. They look at me like they nephew. So when they watch me grow from where I came from to now, they be amazed because they like, yo, you could have went any different route, but you chose your own route. So yeah, because when you don't know who the fuck you are to a degree, you gotta eventually figure out your identity, man. You have to figure out where your lane is, what you really for, what you not for. Like I said, I ain't super thug, but I ain't pussy neither. If I gotta throw these hands, win, lose, or draw, you getting these pulled. That's it. But when I stand on certain shit, I'm going to stand on it and I'm going to be vocal about it, because it's the truth. Hey, blessings, Nicole, my fault. But yeah, like I said, when I try to come on here, I'm just bringing good general topics that need to be talked about, man. I like to get different views and opinions, man. Because at some point, these communities could be a little better if everybody is just being clean and see what's really going on. Nah, you right, Jay Quill. Nah, don't get me wrong. You definitely right about that. But it just because times is different don't mean everybody got to be different. Some people should just be able to come together for a great cause, man. Doesn't matter what it is, If I was knowledgeable on certain shit, I probably would have had a couple things established in my own area. That's just giving opportunity for somebody to, be off the streets or be on for out the game shit or whatever. Like, oh, I got an opportunity to do this. Oh, no doubt. This how much they paid? Oh, all right, no doubt. No doubt. But
Yeah, the
like I
bottom
was
line, we
saying,
got to love one another. We got to love one another. So,
yeah,
and
and
that's so
that's
hard
what's
for
lacking right now.
it's so hard for someone to do that because, like we talked about Friday, crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah,
It's hard, but it's not hard for some people. Not hard for me. Not hard for Wax Dog. Not hard for you, Nate Dog. And I know pretty much it's not hard for the people in the chat, but other people it's hard for because they don't know what love is.
yeah. Nah, you
Yeah,
definitely
but
right on that.
as soon as you walk around thinking I'm trying to love everybody and be peaceful and all that, that don't work either. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're gonna eventually somebody gonna pull you out of that lovey feel, that good positive shit. Some niggas gotta get their head cracked. Somebody's gonna pull you into some shit that you don't want to be into. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause me, I don't care how happy I am when I leave the crib, and I'm a good person, I'm whatever. But I'm always on go because at the same time, niggas is moving funny. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be on some old positive shit. Next thing you know, somebody might pull you in some nonsense, and next thing you know, you're going to jail, or you might be having to do something to somebody. So it's like that whole positive shit nowadays ain't gonna get you nowhere because niggas is on some stupid shit. Niggas is crashing out. Niggas is disrespectful and all types of shit. So sometimes that's gonna cause you to niggas to force your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, you definitely right on that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Maybe it's just because I think different, and like I said, I move different. Like I just agree with everything you said. But in the same token, too, you know, sometimes you're gonna have to still keep that positivity strong because right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we in a spiritual war and it's just starting. That's why you seeing a lot of shit go on the way it's going on, even when it come down to us unifying on certain shit. Like I said, like when somebody asked me my opinion on Black Lives Matter, I said, yo, not to be funny, how can Black Lives matter when we don't matter to each other? You know, we the main ones killing each other off to a degree, and it's at an alarming fucking rate.
That's a big fact right there. That's a big fact.
I
And
can't call
then
you my brother, and then I'm putting a gun to you and I'm taking your life, or I'm taking you away from your family and I'm causing heartache and pain. Like I lost one of my mans last year, and he didn't even have to fucking get killed. The only thing he was doing was trying to, you know, he was just trying to alleviate a situation that should not even went that far in the first place. But that's why I said, it's crazy. I can't call you my brother and then the same token, I just let you die in front of me. Like that's
and,
why I
and
said when it comes to certain shit, you gotta be like, oh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stand up for something. I
yeah,
got you.
and
You know
then another thing is how can Black Lives Matter when you see a black family struggling in your neighborhood and you know you can help a little bit. If it might not be much, but you can help, but you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Eve, blessing, sis.
What's up,
Blessings.
Eve?
Good day, everybody. How you feeling, Nate?
Hey, what's up, E?
Shoot,
How
I'm
you feeling,
chilling.
Nate? What's up, Wax? D Truth? How y'all
Good.
doing?
Chilling,
Top of the
chilling.
morning.
Just
We
enjoying this good
chilling.
Yes,
old
this
beautiful
topic is
weather.
crazy. I love it. This topic is crazy. This is a good bill right here.
Yeah, nah, sis, because like I said, I'm just speaking from the visuals, because like I said, I used to be looking at certain aspects back in the day, and even though domestic violence been going on, it wasn't
Right.
as rampant and it wasn't as crazy as it is now. Like the people I knew, even with the domestic violence, they wasn't killing each other. Like it wasn't nobody killing
Right.
each other. They just
Mm.
both walking around with they both walking around with matching everything. But I'm like, nobody died. But then still, at the end of the day, I just always felt like that's not love, and that shouldn't never go down. At all. I don't care what the situation is. It shouldn't go down at all. Like too many red
Yeah, it is.
flags. Too
But
many red
it's something that was planted within our community, and it's something that's perpetuated on TV and shown to us, in a lot of different ways that this is what happens. So by learned behaviors, this is something that we pick up, especially since the feminist movement. Prior to that, it was no such thing as like, even in the Caucasian communities, as you having like uh, police officers come out and get involved with husband and wife or anything domestic. because that was something that they didn't get involved with because they themselves was like abusive to their women. That's why those t-shirts is called wife beaters, because
Yeah.
that's what they wore. Those white shirts or whatever. That's why they call them wife beaters, because those with the I don't want to say, I don't want to disrespect any people because I don't really feel like that. So yeah, but that's something that happened after um, women got beat, and damn near killed. But it wasn't because the women were beat. It was because the women started to retaliate and kill the men. So they said, oh, this is getting crazy on the part that the men are dying. So this is when they enacted for it to be DV counseling and things to help and for them to get involved with domestic violence and stuff like that. And that wasn't really rampant in our community at all because the men seemed to cover and protect. And not only that, you knew that it was like a lot of for us, we have a household that has a lot of siblings, uncles, brothers, and things like that. So chances of a guy picking you up and getting what you were hitting you is like slim to none because, as Wax said, much love and respect to that. Somebody hit his sister or his mother, he killing them.
Yeah.
So those are the
And
things that they did take in consideration.
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I don't have no sisters. I only got two brothers. But I got god kids. I got goddaughters. My goddaughter just had her baby a couple months ago. You know, I kind of had to not really. I didn't have to tune up her baby father, but I just had to let him know from a male standpoint, like, yo, this is only the time you're gonna see me calm when it comes to certain things. If I find out anything I shouldn't have to find out, you ain't gotta worry about her pops. You gotta worry about me, my nigga. Because I watched the kids come out the womb. Like, you're not doing that. I treat them like it's my own kid. So you fuck around, you gonna get your ass laid out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And charge you to the game because I don't play that shit, and you shouldn't be playing that shit. It's a kid involved, man. So all that
More
extra
men need to be like that. More men need to be stand up like that and have those values and not stand there and watch a man dragging a woman. But I never seen any men like in my neighborhood or community or around me watch a woman getting like, manhandled and not say something. Even if it is her husband, drunk, whatever, whoever it is, you're supposed to step up and say something.
Yeah, but you got something that
It's a
slipped
fear
through the
that you
cracks,
see in
sis.
women's eyes that supposed to make you want to, be an inert action to save them.
Yeah, that's a whole fact, sis. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you got something that slipped through the cracks, like I said. Like with my mom's friend, it kind of slipped through the cracks because before they can even come to arrest him, he fucking dipped off. See, I just got the backstory from my aunt because I was still young when this shit happened. I just remember,
Mhm.
you know what fucked me up was because what was the odds of that was going to be the last summer I seen this lady? Like we used to be on the beach and all that shit. Like this lady treated me like like her nephew. Like she had love for me genuinely. Like she even taught me little certain things when it came to women. Like that's why I'm like I had positive queens and even some of the positive kings around me. I had, you know, they taught me certain things that I needed to learn, and I instilled that shit in life. And I said,
Mm,
what was the odds of me seeing her that summer? She was so happy, everything's cool, and then before my birthday, she's gone.
that's crazy.
And like I
That's
said,
crazy.
you got people that get away and slip through the cracks, and it shouldn't have to go that way. I feel like this. Once it gets to that, and nobody get there's got to be a community. There's got to be a community outreach. There's got to be a community like, this is a manhunt because you can't do that.
Right.
You know, I just
I don't know. He felt like he had ownership in her. You can't own anything, like especially not another person. So how was it that they could push you to those levels to make you want to physically do something and much less take their life? A person that you claim you love. That's doesn't make any sense.
That's the shit that
man,
killed me too. It be like the nigga. It be like when a relationship is over, it's over. Like I can't stand the dudes that want to terrorize the female or stalk them or feel like
Yeah.
once you can't bring no other. Because really, my wife that I'm with now had one of them dudes. A dude that she don't got no brothers, no uncles. Pops always at work, so this nigga feel like he can come by the crib and terrorized the crib and put his will on until the nigga had to beat him out of sneakers and shit got different. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
I
when a
love
chick
it.
don't want you no more, when a chick say it's over, it's over.
It's
You
over,
can't force
bro.
your will on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
they
this
out
is
here.
but this is the baby daddy and baby mama era though. This ain't the mother and
Right,
father era. So
right.
that's the problem. Go ahead.
Nah, but that's the truth though. But D, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a two-way street when you just said that, because you got some men that try to leave away from these ladies, and it be the same thing. You know, that's why I said when it comes to certain situations, if you know you just been a past situation where it wasn't as good, and you ain't fully healed yet, you can't move into another situation, because now you bringing all the extra baggage from that last shit into the new shit, and then you fucking up your future for what? Like that's why I
I
said
agree,
like.
but I think for men, it's annoying that a woman is harassing them and probably stalking them and like fucking up they new situation or antagonizing. But for women, it gets dangerous. Like it's not at the same situation because when a man come in and poses his will on you, he got brute force. He got the ability to probably have weapons and he could think a whole different way. Where a woman is probably gonna take like a more cattier annoying approach that you can deal with. Like to me, that's how I feel like about it. But I don't think that it weighs out in the same light as when a man is stalking you and telling you can't move on and coming to your job or sitting outside your house. It doesn't weigh in the same way.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some situations. And, like I said, it's a two-way street only because I've seen two types of situations. I had one dude who was trying to move forward with somebody that he was happy with, but the ex kept giving him a hassle, and it was vice versa. There was another situation with a girl I knew. She was trying to get rid of this dude because, like he basically blew his chance. And she done moved on and found somebody that was about to get married and on. And he damn near fucked up the wedding and all that shit because he just couldn't let go. That's why I said sometimes when it comes to certain situations, look, you gotta learn to let shit go. If I
Yeah,
had a
you
dollar for
definitely.
everything I had to hold in, I'd be richer than Bill Gates right now. But I'm not gonna hold nothing in. Some things I'm
Right.
just gonna learn from it, dust my shoulders off, and keep moving forward. But I feel like at the end of the day, we all should look at it like, look, we trying to be somebody in somebody's eyes, and we supposed to be the prize. So we supposed to keep ourselves held to a certain degree. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what I'm wearing. I could be on bummy time. It don't matter. My personality speaks louder than anything, and people still fuck with me. You know, when you're a genuine person, you're gonna always have those people that's gonna ride with you and make sure you good no matter what. You know, and I've met some people not throughout my course of life, but even as walking on these YouTube streets for a little while, man, I met some genuine good people. You know,
Yeah, it just you got to look at it from your own perspective. How do you want to be treated?
yeah,
And some people look at it like, oh, this is what I grew up with. This is what all I know. No, that's not all you know, because you know more than you've seen. Because you'll see some good relationship. You see some good relationships where no domestic violence going on, but you choose to live in your past that what you saw.
yeah. You
And
know,
some
you can
people
change
refuse
that.
to change. Some
Yeah,
people
you can
refuse
change
to
that.
change. Yeah, you can change it, but some people don't want to change it.
But see, that's the mind state, dude. And that's the sad part that some people get stuck in that mind state. Can't always just, man, listen. I done been around different situations from the outside looking in as far as looking at people's relationships. And at the end of the day, I've seen some good ones, I've seen some bad ones, and I've seen some that just, despite everything that they went through, they still survived the test of time. Because when a love and a bond is that strong between two people, nothing can really come in between unless it's God Himself. And
Yeah,
even then, I
because if
don't think
you
it's going to intervene.
That's true. If you meet somebody that been together for 20, 30 years, they got a lot of stories to tell you. You don't even know like the insides, the work-ins, the things that they've been through. But if anyone is coming from a selfish perspective or place or view, then it's gonna end up like that. And of course, there's some, you know, exceptions to the rules. There's some people out there that just take it too far, or some people that are like so broken when they come into the situation, they only can add more problems and stress on a relationship. So I think that the best thing to do is be able to communicate and have an understanding and get with a person that has a lot of the common goals and interests that you have. And then you guys can build on that. You cannot be going in two different directions and then force it to work based on a connection, lust, kids, you know, different things that you may share together financially. You guys have to actually have something that's buildable in order for it to work.
That's a whole fact. Like I was saying, and it almost came back to what I was saying. Y'all got to be able to bring stuff to the. Y'all both got to be able to come to this table and bring something that's going to keep the bond strong. Because y'all don't got a strong connection, a strong foundation, shit'll crumble. And then it only take a little bullshit ass room or a bullshit live for it to start. I've seen that shit
Yeah.
happen. I've seen relationships that I know should have been perfect, and you had a hater or two that didn't like it, and then you know, done
But
basically
a lot
fall
of the
from
reason,
grace.
a lot of the reason for today's situation, and if you see a lot of people in relationships that are healthy and strong and thriving, it's because everyone knows their role. Like the
Yeah,
role, not the role that society tells you, but the role that will actually make that mechanism of a relationship move forward. And most of the time, that's when the man is deferred to as the head. But we all know that the woman is the working mechanism behind it all. But for simulation purposes, it has to be that the man is definitely deferred to. You cannot not refer to your man and expect that you guys are going to get somewhere. And this is what they want to implant with the feminist movement and everything else that they offer and teach women. They're not showing you anything on TV to make you have a solid foundation and relationship for the black home. They're not teaching you that. They're teaching you everything outside of that. They're entrapping you with entertainment, fast money, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Nothing to teach you what it is to be able to be in a stable situation where you can have a marriage. How many marriages and weddings have we been to? Where you can own a home, where you can have a business, where your kids can live and thrive in that situation. And that should be the objective. And it's because
exactly.
the roles have been flipped. And that's what it really is.
Yeah, because like I was telling somebody, you see a lot of these dudes now, he doing shit that the women used to do, and then vice versa. I'm seeing shit that men used to do that the women are doing now, and I'm like, even
We
when
got
it
a
comes
bunch of
down to
pretty
simple
ass
things.
men and a bunch of tough ass women out here.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, like even when it come down to certain situations, you be like, am I fucking tripping? Am I that high? Wait,
Mm-hmm.
you must be playing a trick on me today. You just want
Yeah.
to give me content, you know? Like, blessings
See,
to
me,
everybody that just tuned in. J Quill,
yeah,
salute,
J
man.
Quill.
Blessings L. Blessings BK. What's good with you?
J
Hi
Quill, what
Ellie.
up?
Hey
yeah,
Armando.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? Y'all can hear me?
What's good?
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
can hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah, no, I'm on the road heading out to Pittsburgh right now. And what I want to say is this. We can sit up here and say the man's supposed to play the strongest role all day. I understand all of that. But this ain't the times, this ain't the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s. One thing you can understand that a lot of women now are screaming out independence, independence, independence. So if you keep screaming out independent, strong woman, that goes for any race. So when you try to get with a man, that man may be financially not making what you making. Education, he may not be educated like you with a degree or social degree. The mostly men are coming home or running the streets. They built their education off coming from the streets. So now, if you tend to get with a certain woman that keep putting everything on independence, then a man sit back and say, well, damn, what role do I play in this? So you
Exactly.
supposed to be the man, but most of these men now, most of these women ain't allowing the man to be the man. You could be the strongest man in the world, the toughest nigga holding guns, the whole now, all the money, but you got women that coming from backgrounds of women that always had problems growing up, or if they didn't, they learned from other women, then you trying to be a man, they not letting you be a man. See, I don't have a problem with that, but I know a lot of men now, they women don't allow them to be the man they supposed to be, but they sitting there saying, ain't no good men out here. So
That's
if
the
you
Exactly.
want to
problem because
play,
nobody
Yeah.
can allow
if
you to be anything. As Wax just said, he left a situation like that, and if you walk away from it
no,
and know that you want something better, that
it's
already means
not,
something. And not only that,
it's not
men are
about,
supporting
but
that.
yeah,
Y'all men support those
but
fake
you don't
strong
know the
women.
women.
Y'all
But
support that.
Now
Y'all
understand
support
that,
that.
but no, we don't
Y'all
support it.
support
No,
it.
we don't. Because we
Yes, y'all
don't.
do.
Because you don't know the person you laying down with. You could get with a person and you could be everything. You could be great to a woman, but when you move in with that person, you don't know who you laying down with. Everything is a facade.
Nah,
Everything is pretty much I'm gonna be this
y'all
person
support it.
until you start living with a person. You don't support it. Nah, you don't support it. You don't
You
support. You
do.
can't speak for a man because you're not a man. You're not a man. You can't speak for no man. You
I can't
can't
speak for
speak
no
for a
man, but
man if you're not a man.
I have 8
That
brothers.
doesn't mean
I have a
anything.
hell of a
That doesn't
father,
mean
and I have 5
I'm from
sons,
a
and
big
I'm
Yo,
family
saying
Chris.
too.
not one of them.
I'm from
Okay,
a big
I'll let you
family
speak.
too.
Cause one
I
mic,
got
one mic,
13 female cousins,
Yo,
but I
yo, yo,
can't
hold on.
speak for a woman.
one mic.
I can't speak
Yo,
for a
hold
woman.
on. Listen.
But
Listen,
hold on.
y'all. Listen. Hold up. I'm gonna intervene real quick. Listen. I don't know where this is going right now, all in all, but I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm good. I'm listening to everybody's views and opinions. We all respecting each other. Let's keep it that way. Not saying nothing in particular because
Oh no,
like I said, no, I'm just saying because I know sometimes we all get riled up when it comes to,
oh no,
especially
no,
when
no.
it's
I can
topics.
never get
Nah,
that
but these are
passionately
topics that
vote
we
for
always
something
need
that
to
doesn't
have. But
exist.
I like to get
Yeah.
What's
different
good,
Yeah.
views
King?
and opinions and
No, no,
prospects.
it's nothing like that.
But the thing is, what he failed to realize is it don't matter if you've been there with that woman 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and she been with you that long. She don't totally know you, and you don't totally know her.
I don't
Right.
familiarize anything,
Ho
brother. I
ho
don't
ho ho
familiarize
ho
anything.
ho ho
Nah.
ho ho ho.
Okay.
That's why you gotta sit down
And get to
and
know
have a
them.
conversation and get to
We
know them.
falling in love with
You
the
don't jump in a
draws and
relationship
not with the
straight in a
mind.
relationship.
You got to
You
fall in
don't
love with
move
the
right in
person, have
with
an
them.
But
understanding
see,
of who you with. Y'all need to be
that's not
stingy
what
with that,
that's.
with y'all connection, and don't be out here just trying to mate with and get with anybody that seeming like it's a good package. Get to know them. It takes a little bit of time
But
before you unpack.
that's much easy said than done for other brothers who go through that. A lot of brothers don't do that. You can sit down with a
Because
woman.
they looking for a place to stay and they looking for a mother. They are already broken.
Nah, that's
Because
daddy issues.
if you're already solid in your
Majority of women now
situation,
have
you're not
daddy
about
issues.
to be out there just picking up and dealing with any Sue M. No situation like that that's vile. You're not gonna see that. And you're gonna watch how they treat what they say they value, and you're gonna decide that. So I only could speak from my perspective because I have 8 brothers and I have a very strong father and my 5 sons, and they've never ever had those type of issues with women. Not one
But
domestic situation, and not one situation where the woman felt like that they were anyway abusive or not a provider or leader, because they do not let the roles be reversed. They do not let the bitch put on
now,
the pants in the morning. They don't allow that.
see,
They
I
stand in a
understand that.
certain creed. That's
I
it.
understand that. I don't go through none of that. I understand all that what you're saying. I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't go through none of that. I'm just saying with the men that I know
Right.
that I came across that goes through this, because most of the people you meet is a representative. They're not going to tell you who they really are. I give it 3 days to 3 weeks. You know everything about a person. If you like to communicate, if you open minded, you will listen to a person talk, and they'll tell you where they're from. But most of you people don't do that because a lot of men, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of men and some women, they go in it like you said earlier with the lust factor. You go in
Yes,
it
but because
thinking
they don't.
lust.
Mhm.
Now go ahead.
No, because they're actually they're actually coming from a place of their own need and desire. And people gonna tell you exactly who they are. You just not gonna listen because you're gonna use your own desires and what you want it to be and not let it be what it is. You hear people loud and clear because the one thing that we can't hide for long is who we are. And it's up to you to take those notes that you get in, those little warnings, and utilize them and say that, hey, this is gonna stunt me. And sometimes people be like, oh, we already moved in together. Oh, we already have kids together. Oh, we already have history. But don't take a familiar history to keep you tormented. That's not fair.
See, mostly people who go through that are people who feel as though they need to be in a relationship and need to be
Exactly.
connected. So they get out of one
Exactly.
thing, 3 months later they back into another.
Yes.
Yo, my
Not,
bad, y'all. Yo,
not
my
even
bad.
not even
Yo,
3 months
that shit
later.
just dropped me out. Yo, why nobody told me that stream y'all do that bullshit, y'all? My fault for
What?
fucking
What happened
interrupting.
just now?
That shit just kicked me out the whole fucking stream, y'all. I had to come back in here. How the
Oh
fuck I get kicked out
wow.
my own show?
But
What
we
kind of
glad
shit
you
is
back.
this? Nah, I'm back,
I
y'all. I'm
shared you out too. I had to share this out. It was too crazy. I had to share it out.
But
back. Nah, I
I want to say,
appreciate you too, G.
I want to say this. No,
Mhm.
like Jay Quill was saying, kind of, you definitely not gonna know a person until y'all live together. So no matter what picture you paint and she paints and whatever
Yes.
she tells you and you tell her, until y'all lived it, because I thought I knew my wife till we moved in together. And I had to
Right.
relearn her and decide if I still wanted to be with her after I really knew who she was. And I
Right.
decided to, yeah, but still I knew 50% of her and I found out the other 50% when we lived together. So
Right.
like Jay Quill was saying, until you live up with a person, y'all share the same space, you're not gonna know that person.
No, I agree.
Because
And that
Yeah.
takes
you think
time. That
about
takes
this.
time.
You think about this. Until you get to move with a person, you don't know if the person's feet stink, they dirty, they don't like to clean, they don't like the cook, their breath
Yep,
stink in
that's
the
true.
morning.
That's
So
true.
Yeah,
when
it's
you
the whole
wake up,
fact.
you be like, damn, your breath really smell like that? You
That's
don't
true.
know a
That's
person
true. That's true.
until you wake up with that person in the morning. You might
Yep,
not want that.
Yeah.
that's true.
Nah, that's a whole fact though, and I'm not gonna hold you on that
But
because
that's why you got to get with people outside of just the looks and what turns you on about them. You have to really have like a common goal together and understand that maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a business idea, something. You have to have something outside of just the relationship inside of your house.
Now, see, Eve, you're right. I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said.
Uh-huh.
Outside, right?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
just said outside. But see, a couple of years ago, we was able to go outside and meet people. Mostly people now is meeting everybody on the internet, so you really don't even
Don't
know.
even know them. You're right. So you taking
yeah,
a gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you taking a gamble. You really taking a big gamble, and then at that you just got to be guarded. You have to be guarded with how you let down your guard once you get to meet these people. Because listen, they learn how to cover these motherfuckers up. Listen, they know how to dress shit up so good you won't even be
Yeah.
able to tell the difference. And then they repackaging it with new bodies too. This, so it's a total different situation out here now.
Yeah, like you said on the internet, anybody can be who the hell they want to be.
Exactly.
On the
nah. But that's
profile,
why I said, person like me, same person I am on this shit, same person I am on the streets, and anybody that knows me will
Exactly.
tell you because
Exactly.
I don't. Is there certain things I'm not going to tolerate? Like I said, we all ain't perfect. We all done had a little rough patches. We done all came up a
hmm
certain way. But the main thing I was always taught, and I still keep to this day, I'm not going to be the aggressor nor the abuser when it comes to loving my queen. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
you're right, and nothing gonna make me change for who I am, my integrity of who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. I watch how people treat their family, like their mother and their siblings and stuff like that. I don't give a shit what the excuse is. I watch how people treat the things that they say they value, and then I'll have a good inclination on how and what I can expect from them for me, because it doesn't change. It really doesn't. Because that's who you are. Your integrity and your moral compass and fibers are set in stone from how you've been raised and what traumas you faced. If you don't decide to grow past it, so yeah, that's a clear inclination of it.
So Eve, can I ask you something?
Of course.
All right. So this is for not all women, but some women, right? Your opinion on this?
Okay.
If you go through a certain trauma in life, growing up,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Now you get through those traumas and you meet yourself a good man. Should you or should you not tell that man the traumas that you've been through, or should you walk him through it, or should you
No,
just
you
leave it
should. You
out and
should.
let
You
him
should.
figure it
You
out?
should. No, you should tell him up front and make him aware of what you faced and what you've been through. But the thing about it is that if not all men, but some men will understand and hear everything that you've been through and put you right through the same motherfucking thing again. But it still doesn't excuse it. You're supposed to unpack that from the door. If you've been molested, if you've been abused, if you've been anything in your life, you're supposed to let that person know so that they can be aware of the drama, the trauma, and the damage that you faced. That's not fair to hide that from anyone.
damn, that's a fact.
Be-
Like
Because
I
if you
said,
don't let them know, that next person gonna have to wear that.
Exactly.
exactly. Nah,
Exactly.
that's a whole fact. And I'm gonna be honest
Exactly.
with you. At some point, it doesn't matter what background you coming from. You gotta always remain true, and you always gotta bring that to whoever you trying to have ties with. Like, like my situation is way different. That's why I said same person I am on here, same person I am in real life, because
Right.
everybody knows my situation to a degree, and the ones that don't know, that's because it ain't meant for you to know. But I can
Hmm.
honestly be honest with y'all. Man, listen, I was the product of rape. I wasn't supposed to fucking be here.
Hi,
That's how I
Soul.
always felt. That's
What?
how I felt. That's how I felt all in all. But I came up different. You know, some
Right.
people that come in that they end up turning out to be those same people.
Deviants. Can y'all hear him? Am I bugging? Is it my Wi-Fi?
No, I hear.
Oh, can y'all hear him?
Nah,
I can't
she.
hear
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the fuck wrong with my Wi-Fi?
you.
Nate, we can't hear you, bro. But you seem like you was going somewhere with that.
Yeah,
Dang.
he probably got
Nate,
a fire drop.
Nate, Nate. Oh my gosh.
He'll be
Jay
back.
Quill?
Yeah, I hear.
Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure I was still here. Yeah, but I definitely agree with you on that, Jay Quill, about the traumas that women face because a lot of the
Crazy.
time they bring a lot of that into the relationship, and men aren't that equipped to deal with that, especially if they're not
Facts.
aware of it. They like, is you just crazy,
Exactly.
bitch? Like, bitch, are you crazy? So
Hey,
if you if
I ain't gonna lie. I experienced that recently.
that's fucked up. You know what I'm
I
saying? That's really
experienced that
fucked up.
recently. Then
And
when
they
I started
wondering why
seeing
they
the red
relationship
flags
failed.
and started
Hmm.
exposing the red flags, then
Hmm.
I was predicted to be the bad guy. Oh, you don't give a fuck.
No,
Cause see, when I get
no,
into any relationship, now when I was younger, I was running. Now I want to have a friendship before a relationship. Long as I
right,
get the friendship, I get to know you in and out. You know,
right,
so to turn around and say, "Oh, you never cared about me," then you sit back and say, "Wow, but I never knew this shit about you, though." Now you telling me?
yeah.
And like you
That's a
said, some men are not equipped to handle that. Hey,
Yeah, because then not only that, you're playing a victim to a situation that you should have allowed him to have an understanding that that's how needy you are, or that's your love language. And everyone doesn't know your love language, especially if it's a traumatized love language. Then it's like, how do you expect me to relate to you or even build with you when you working in trauma? Like, how where are we going? You're working in trauma, man. So yeah, I understand that.
and that goes for men and women too, because
Yeah, because
men and
yeah.
women that go through trauma, they hold that shit against you.
Yes, they do. They do. But then we have men that go through trauma too because a lot of these women traumatize their sons with that strong black woman syndrome and that, perpetuating all that energy on them. And it makes them like a lot of these people you see running around on the internet. And that's crazy because these men have to then they're dealing with women and they're coming to these women with those problems suppressed and taking it out on these women. And that's not fair because no one needs to re-raise you again. You need to get it right for yourself, not for me. And that be the problem in relationships. People think that because you become one, that all their burdens should be upon you. It can't be like that. It doesn't work like that. I cannot fix you. I can be there for you and aid you in your growth, but I cannot, me personally, I cannot heal you or fix you.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I think this is the new generation anyway. The
Yeah, it's
one-on-one
weird.
relationship, the one-on-one relationship is kind of obsolete now anyway. It ain't back in the days no more. I think we
Yeah.
just
Nah,
from a certain era and
You
it's
know what?
changed.
Yeah, because sex is easier to get and love is harder to find. That's the real
Right.
reason.
Yeah. So it's like people is jumping from I can't even say relationship to relationship. They just trying each other out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't
Situationship.
know.
It called
Yeah. Like
situationship. That's all it is.
They don't even think about a future. They're not trying to build. It's not about building. You look at it where you can look at it as a business to a degree. You don't want to have someone that doesn't fit for your growth. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's like you hustling backwards. Why would I get with someone that doesn't stand for the same things that I stand for or is going in the same direction? We are wasting time, and that's what they're doing. But they're really not. Like Wax just said, they just testing shit out and having fun. That's it.
yeah. Yeah, the one man with the one woman and all of that. I think that's over with. You know what I mean? If you know that's a real man and a real woman, that's a problem. You got to figure out what you're dealing with first.
Exactly. Most definitely. You most definitely got to test that out and see exactly what's going on there. That's true.
Because the common three things I hear a lot, right? Is give me, I keep, or do you, and do you.
Wow.
So I'm going to take from you. I'm going
Uh-huh.
to take from you. I'm going to keep so I ain't got to give you shit. And then when I get tired of you, then do you. Pretty much saying,
Mm.
just F off. And you hear that a lot.
Mm-hmm. A lot of that is definitely true, but a lot of in the black community we have not seen a lot of healthy relationships. We've not seen a lot of relationships that the light is shining upon them for being healthy and being able to grow with each other and endure. Like that's not what's perpetuated to us. We see these people changing partners like they change drawers. So it's
Yeah,
what do you think the youth is going to think? They're going to think that that's what it is.
yeah. And then another thing is you can't tell for the women for the men out here.
Is we got some pretty
Ooh,
ass women and some pretty ass men and some strong ass women out this bitch.
Yeah, but
They
see,
never
the thing
lie.
is, too, when you got kids
yep.
raising the culture, and then you got the grandmothers are still having kids. The
That's true.
grandmothers having kids. The kid 2 years old, but he got a brother and sister 15, 20 years old. So
Yeah,
where's the grandmothers in the community? Where's the big mamas? Where's the neighbors that will put your foot down, put a foot in your ass to tell you to go take your ass back home? That ain't out here no more.
No, they're
no,
30
because they
something
make
years
it seem
old.
like
Nowadays,
they make
They're
the
30
older
something
people
huh?
years
seem like
old.
they're stupid. They make it seem like older anyone elder, the elders are stupid because that's where you can actually go get the knowledge and information from. So they try to age you out. You saying something
Yeah,
Yeah.
about where's the big mamas at 30 and 40, but be honest, when you're 50 years old, people think that your life is over. You're washed up.
yeah.
And that's what this society deems. And it's not like that in no other cultures. No other
Nah,
cultures.
Mm-mm.
But we have
Well,
nah.
to
Now,
well,
realize that
big,
we give
big mama in the club with spandex on.
uh-huh. Well,
I don't seen that. I don't
I
see
guess I'm
it.
washed up because I turned 50 yesterday, so I guess I'm washed up then.
well, happy birthday. But you know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying by based on the age of society because it's all
Yeah, I know.
about consumerism and what products they can push to sell. So they
Yeah,
want to lift the youth up and put the elders down, the people that have experience that can help lead those youth into the right direction.
yeah,
That's the reason why they do that. And it's only because we're in this civilization, which just means that we have submitted to military rule to get all the free water and all the other stuff that we getting. But yet and still in Mississippi, they have fucking no good water and they over there stealing the fucking funds that's supposed to help the poorest city in our nation. Like it's just a backward situation. It's really
Yeah,
backward.
you're right.
yeah. This
We don't even know in Detroit. That water situation still ain't solved. You see what I'm
this
saying?
my thing to that.
Yes.
What happened to the situation in Flint, Michigan with their water?
That's what I'm saying. That's
There's
what
no
I'm talking about.
light going to be shone on that because media is owned by big pharma and big companies, so they're going to shed light on what they want for us to see, and a lot of us is not going to go do research after that. We just so busy in our 8 hours, 10 hours of the day that we up moving around trying to secure our families and our situations, and that's why we in the predicament we in too, because we do not think about how these things is affecting us as a nation, as a people. Like we have to really find that type of love and understanding for each other. Or and that's the reason why we continuously will be in the lower 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
It's
tell
just
you,
like a
he, now go ahead, go ahead.
it's just like a story I seen this morning. This black girl, she got R word, right? She survived, and all the evidence had all the evidence of the man whoever she met him online. Had all the evidence, but it took for that man to kill a Caucasian woman who had a lot of money and to connect the evidence to her case. You see what I'm saying? You see how that
Uh
trickled
huh.
down? You see how that trickled down?
Yeah,
If they would have took her case seriously, that other woman be still alive. That's what kind of situation we're living in today. We're not in our community. We are not taking things seriously.
We're not taking things seriously because we're not even in control of our food. That's the number one thing that we not that we that's why we not taking seriously. And I know Jay Quill as a trucker can tell you that if those roads get blocked off or something can or some storm happens or they shut down and they not bringing that food into these supermarkets, more than 80% of the people will die or start to kill each
I'm gonna
other and
do it.
eat each other for food. Like that
I'm gonna
makes no
do it better.
sense.
I'm gonna tell you better than that. See, what a lot of people don't know. I've been in these ports for 20 years. Majority of your food that comes out of Walmart's, that comes out of Target, comes from Brazil, comes from Portugal, comes from farmlands
Yes.
overseas. So when
Yes.
you up there shopping at Walmart and all of them, and all of your food coming from overseas, where
Right.
I'm on the road right now going to Pittsburgh. You know how much farmland we got out this mother?
And
That
Oh
we
nobody
yeah.
don't
wants
have to
that.
even
And
go search our food because we got it here. But we rather go
yes.
overseas and get it because it's cheaper to
No, no,
package
no,
and
no. Big
product and
company,
ship it.
yeah, big companies rather doing that because they have to pay less in labor costs. They don't have
Hmm.
to pay no insurance. And guess what else? It's not governed by the FDA, so they can be doing anything to the food there. That's why we have mass sickness in
See,
our community
and
because people care more about the gas in their car than what they're putting in their body and in their children's body. They're not even feeding their cells correctly, and then their cells, and then they get mad at people who take care of their body and care about what they put in it, and then they have something to say about them. Like you have to be out of your fucking mind if you think that I'm gonna care about anything other than my physical this car that's getting me around. Fuck any vehicle that I have. This has to be treated with the utmost, and that's something that is not done in our community because we just want to survive. We'll
You're
go get
right.
anything cheap, low end. We'll make sure we pay our car note, our insurance for our car, and our rent, and our light bill, and our cable, and our phone. But you don't need none of that shit if your fucking body don't work, stupid.
Yeah,
no, you're right about that.
just think what happened in 2020 when everything started coming back. All them cargo ship off in the ocean, no dock workers. Look what was the shortage. Look what are we gonna do? Look at the high food prices. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
Uh,
it's deeper than that. You got to look at how Monsanto's took over from farmers and pushed them out. So before we can be
mm-hmm.
kings and queens, we have to become farmers.
Yeah.
We have to be able to run a farm and be able to deal with that. That should be the objective and the goal that you're teaching. That's a bigger bang because people trying to become entertainers and athletes and looking for that type of way to get out because they pushed you over there because they know it's only a small percentage of people that will ever hit there. You know every entertainer that there probably is in the black community. You know every athlete that there probably is. But goddamn it, you won't know every farmer or every person that's out here creating agriculture and giving back and creating commerce in ways with what we're buying because we have the buying power. So why the fuck
Well,
aren't we selling?
you
That
do
doesn't make
have a
sense.
you do have a small percentage, but like you said, the media don't push it. They don't want to cover that.
Yeah, but they're not going to even allow them to become big. You know what I'm saying? Even Purdue Chicken is a big brand. You would think that Purdue has a bunch of plants, cutting up chickens and doing all that. They don't. What they do is outsource to small farmers. You know what I'm saying? Small farms that they get their meat from, and they have to have a certain quality and standard for them to buy it from them. So these people will build their farms based on their ability to be able to supply to companies like Purdue. There's farmers that build their whole farming situation to be able to sell to companies like Whole Foods and things like that. So it's a big market for us to get in. And like you said, there's land in Pittsburgh, there's land in Kansas where you don't even have to pay for the land. All you have to do is pay the taxes and they're giving it to you because no one is on it.
You're right. You're right about that.
It's nothing that it's something that we are far removed from, and we don't really understand that power of the people who feeding us and teaching us is that listen, whoever's controlling the food is controlling the world, and that's the truth.
And thing about it is, I'm going to say, we as a community, some of don't want to take the time and start a farm, grow vegetables. So it's too much work for them.
Mm, mm, mm. Mm.
They want something easy.
Yep. Because they created us in a society where it's a popcorn situation. It ain't. They didn't do this. They didn't just start this. This has been in plan and making for a very long time to create the everything instant. From the moment you can have DoorDash, you can have Grubhub, you can have Amazon Prime, deliver it right away. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to have, everything is automated. We living in an automated society. They're trying to get rid of and phase out all jobs. Banking is done online. Everything to phase out human to human contact.